Hello, wealthy family. Hello, hello. Sorry, at the last minute I moved my camera, so give me a second. Here we are. We are live. We are live. All right. So I'm going to jump right in. As I know it is extremely well, depending on when you're watching this, but it is kind of early. But I wanted to get started. Comments are off. I apologize, but they can be distracting. And since I do not have a set moderator for now, I just turned off the comments. But of course, if you need me, you can always email me info@ascendinginfinitegoddess.com or ascendinginfinitegoddess at gmail. Okay. So first off, I want to play my singing bowl, kind of set the tune, set the tone, open up your heart chakra, open up that frequency, have things already, here we go, have things already set, have the tone already set. So I'm going to play my singing bowl, open up the portal, get the frequency of your heart going, and then we'll dive right in. All you have to do at this time is breathe. Just breathe deeply through your nose. As we set the intention and invite benevolent beings into this space, ask that they protect this space as all who gather here to hear this message settle in to fortify their light. I specifically ask for Archangels Michael and Zadkiel to be present in this space. Our collective higher selves to help set the tone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good. Deep breath in and out. Excellent, excellent. Okay, wealthy family. So, what I have been led to do is pull some cards, share some information, and then share some prompts for you to do self work or self journaling, self reflection, any things of that nature after the session. Okay. And as stated, of course, if you have any questions or you need any further assistance, feel free to email me. Again, info@ascendinginfinitegoddess.com or ascendinginfinitegoddess at gmail. I will answer at my um, earliest availability, earliest convenience. So I'm sorry, my throat is, I drink a ton of water, but I'm not used to speaking this early. So hold on, I'm just going to drink some tea real quick. Okay. Just to kind of help my throat not sound so scratchy. So each and every one of you are light bearers. You hold light within you. You may not be aware of it, but I guarantee you that the powers that be, the inorganic ones, the government, the royals, whatever you want to call it, they are aware of your light spark. And every day, every hour, every minute, every second, they are contemplating how to use your light because they are banking that they have done such a good job of you, of berating you, belittling you, depressing you, suppressing you, that you don't feel you have any light. You feel you don't have any choice. You feel you have no control. They do that on purpose, whether it's through social media, whether it's through the laws, whether it's through religion, whatever. They are spending every hour, minute, second thinking and figuring out how to siphon your light because they know it is a life force. It is a life force. Just like how they have stated God has an active force, the Holy Spirit, they know you have a Holy Spirit as well. I'm here to remind you that it's never too late to take control of your Holy Spirit, your active force, or your guiding light. It's been ingrained in you since you were born here on this planet. Okay. And because every day, every hour, every minute, they're thinking of ways on how to siphon and chip away at your energy, you can find that sometimes the life experiences you go through will have you feeling weighted down. So if lately you've been feeling tired, sleepy, um, anxious, depressed, uncertain, those are all signs of your light being drained. Okay. And if you also have been feeling like time has been shifting rapidly for you, or you feel like you lay down and get up and it has not been your regular 6 to 8 hours, that is also true. But instead of correcting the misinformation or the miscalculation that they have put out through calendars and clocks, they continue to just run the charade because it's easier. It's easier to allow the collective to still run on old established paradigms instead of correcting and shifting into ones that are more harmonious. Okay. So I want to pull some cards from my spirit message deck, and by some, I mean one. I just want to pull one card, just to kind of start off to see what spirit wants to share with you today. But then we're going to go through an exercise. We're going to go through an exercise to help you kind of tap into your inner mind, your inner awareness. And Grand Rising, everyone that is here, Grace Rising, blissful new day. Um, good morning. All with beautiful intent. Everyone that is here with me, I see you watching, but the comments are turned off. That way I don't have to worry about moderating or anything of that nature. But right now, I just want to pull spirit message deck from my spirit message deck. And two cards flipped, so I guess we're going to keep all two. Keep both of them. The first one is synchronicity. The card is synchronicity. And it says, are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they're being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. And look at all the different gears going on in your head, right? All the different thoughts, all the different processes that's happening. Next, you have choices. All the different doors that are open, right? When you close your eyes and open up your heart, which is what we did at the beginning. Now you have choices. When you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and appreciate the intuitive wisdom that's inside you, exactly, and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. Absolutely. Absolutely. So you 100% have a choice in everything that you do, in everything in life. You have a choice. You have the ability to choose whether or not you're going to follow the crowd or you're going to go out on your own. The choice that I made to be here today, and the reason why I am sharing this information with you also early, and my voice is, I know my voice is not sounds um, how it normally sounds. But the reason why I'm here is because one, spirit led me, but two, I've had such a roller coaster of a year. Okay. I've had such a roller coaster of a year. And I realized there was a lot of energy I was picking up from other individuals, from the collective. Um, and I was kind of, I don't want to say doubting myself because I do not doubt myself. I was just kind of feeling despair. I was feeling despair. And I had to keep reminding myself, do it anyway. Do it anyway. It doesn't matter if you failed. It doesn't matter if, or if it feels like I failed. It doesn't matter if you're being told that the world is going to hell in a handbasket. It does not matter. Still do it. Stay on your course, Chanel. That's how I spoke to myself. Stay on the course. Do what it is that you know you are destined to do. And I chose to see the little signs, the little things, as a reminder from spirit that, hey, we're listening, we're with you, we support you, right? Um, so when spirit speaks of synchronicities, I'm just going to share a couple different synchronicities that I've had. And then I want you to think about your life and see where there's some synchronicities that you may have overlooked or just kind of brushed off as coincidence. I'm watching the show on Apple TV, and they mentioned a name of a college. And then later on, like maybe a day or two, I was thinking about where is that college that they were talking about? Like, I've never heard of it. And then I saw a skit on YouTube, a short, one of the shorts. And the person that was doing the short had the name of the college. And it made me look it up. And I saw that it's the same name, but different states, different places. But what are the chances of that happening? Um, I went to bed thinking, how wonderful would it be if I woke up with this amount of money in my bank account, which was a lot. It was, well, I shouldn't even say that. Cut, clear, delete. It wasn't a lot. It was an exponentially larger amount than what I had in my account prior. And I woke up to that amount in my bank account. How it got there is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. However, I woke up with that amount and it may have been so far fetched, somebody may have been like impossible, right? The next synchronicity, I was talking to someone about turtles and is their favorite animal. I was talking to them about turtles, and then the next day, I was walking in the park with my son, and they were like, "Hey, there's a turtle loose. We don't even know where it came from because there's no lakes, near here or bodies of water, whatever. But there was a turtle that was loose, right? That was stranded." Those may seem like little coincidences, but that is the choice, my inner world being expressed into my outer world. And in all those instances, I was just speaking from um, my heart. I was speaking from, um, a place of no non expectation. And it just kind of materialized. So for you, what are some instances where you have spoken of something nonchalantly and then seen it in your outside world? I tend to err on the side of positivity, but if you are someone who tends to err on the side of negativity, of course, this can apply as well. Like someone who was talking about pain in their foot or having to go to the emergency room or something being broken and then that happens to them, or someone saying over and over they're scared they're going to fail their test and they fail their test, and then they're like, see, I knew it. You knew it because you convinced yourself of it and you created a mantra over it. Okay, so it's important for you as a light bearer to see the synchronicities that spirit is giving you so that you don't feel that you're alone. Be aware of how it all works in your favor and then choose, right? Make that choice to say, okay, spirit is hearing me. Let me start putting different things out there. Let me stop tuning into what the main collective is tuning into. Let me not listen to the stories of how things are going wrong. Instead, let me choose to look into stories of how things are going right. Okay. That's first and foremost on how to fortify your spirit. Now, I want to pull word of encouragement from the angelic light work, and then I'm going to quickly take us through a breathing and visualization exercise. And it's literally going to be 1 minute because I want you to be able to take this with you on, through your life, through your journey. I want you to be able to recenter and reground immediately whenever you feel um, that you need to pick me up or something of that nature. So coming from the angelic light work, this is something that we want to focus on today. This wants to be the theme of our day. I also want to point out that sometimes when you're wanting to create something, manifest something, materialize something, see something, and it doesn't happen right away, don't just say, you know what, I was thinking too big, or I'm not worthy to receive it, or I knew I wouldn't get it, or whatever. Stop going immediately to thinking that it's a no. It's always a yes. The universe is always saying yes. God is always telling you yes. You're always getting a yes. But if you don't feel that you deserve it, or if you're in a space where you're begging for it, you're pleading for it, you're like, I need this in order for me to be whole, happy, and complete, then absolutely you're not going to get what it is that you need because you're removing yourself from it. You're putting it up here and you're putting yourself down here. Okay. So, whenever it is that you really do want something, whenever it is that you truly desire something, the best way to get it is to feel like you have it all already. I know it can be difficult to um, experience something that you want so much that way. That's why it's important to focus on your right here, right now. Okay. That's why the choices and the synchronicity is so beautiful because you can say, you know what? I was just saying how I'm ready to um, take charge or make a change or make a move. And then someone called you and was like, hey, could you take charge of this for me? Could you do this leadership for me? It can be on a smaller scale and not exactly what it is that you want. But again, we got to build the momentum, okay, depending on where you are. So just a little more, my tea. So my voice doesn't sound so wild. And y'all, y'all, why is this higher purpose? And if you saw my live last night when I announced this is the card that came out, higher purpose. But last night it was upside down. And now, when the sun is up, while we're in this space, it is right side up. Absolutely beautiful. Moving in your higher purpose, moving in your higher awareness. I'm sorry, I think I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Moving in your higher purpose, moving in your higher awareness. What does that mean? That means walking through your life every day, giving grace, giving um, giving space for yourself, for others, giving forgiveness, sharing love, smiling, okay? Doing things that bring you joy, doing things that bring you happiness. Everyone's higher purpose and everyone's contract and everyone that has a spirit that came here, all of us, every single one of us agreed that we want to make this world a better place. How it's done is differently. I'm doing what I do. This is part of my higher purpose. Okay. Someone else doing hair, making someone else feel beautiful. That's part of your higher purpose. Someone, you know, um, who likes to build, who's an architect, that's a higher purpose. Your higher purpose involves things that make you feel good. It doesn't matter what it is. Maybe you like taking pictures of rare things. Maybe you're a historian. Maybe you like to cook. Maybe you're a mom. Oh my goodness. I know part of my purpose, and I'll share this with you, is celebrating my family or my loved ones, specifically my family, but my loved ones fall into that category too. Celebrating them, partying, creating spaces for everyone to be joyful because I found like a lot of people in my vortex, they don't always have a lot of joy or they don't always have a lot of people celebrating them. And I'm here to do that. And I love that. I love that that's part of my higher purpose. Don't think that it's mundane. Don't think that, oh, the things that bring me joy and happiness, there's no way it can change the world. Of course it can. Of course it can. Because when you're in joy and you're in happiness, this allows you to expand that energy out into the field, out into the collective, and more people will pick up on that frequency and start to get the picture, start to get the hint. Hey, I should be doing things that bring me happiness and joy as well. Okay. That is part of fortifying your light. Walking around miserable is not fortifying your light whatsoever. Okay. Stop thinking that you have to do like all these other tricks and tips and trades and things of that nature. No. Now, of course, right, you see behind me, you see my incense, you see my crystals, you see, yes, these are just tools. These are, oh, sorry, trying to make sure my camera doesn't move. These are just tools. These are just extensions of me. But I am the antenna. I am the beacon, as are you. Okay. So there's not much that you need to do. There's not much extra things that you need to do outside of feeling good within yourself. Because when you feel good, you are feeling God. Okay. So, as promised, here's an exercise to help yourself ground and be centered in yourself, in your light, in your spirit. And it's a good way to recalibrate your nervous system and bring you back to now. So I want you to take the tip of your tongue, put it on the roof of your mouth. Okay. Uh, Tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Uh, okay, camera with the zoom in. Tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Uh, okay. Slightly with your lips slightly open. Let's see if we can make this camera back up some. Thank you very much. Um, and I want you to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And when you breathe out through your mouth, generate a hum. Okay. So, of course, I can't do it as I'm explaining it to you, but I just wanted to make sure you're following. Tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, light lips slightly ajar, slightly open. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you breathe out through your mouth, gently hum, have that vibration. It does not matter how long you breathe in and out for, the count doesn't matter. It's the act, okay? But you want to breathe deeply at least, okay? We don't want to do shallow breathing. So, tongue, lips. I don't know if you could hear the hum, but the vibration is what's important, right? The humming or the vibration is the most important as you let the breath out, okay? And I just naturally close my eyes because I want to close everything out. But if you do keep your eyes open, try to stay focused on one specific thing, or you can just close your eyes and visualize a light, okay? But tongue, roof of the mouth, okay? This is connecting with your nerves, with your actual nerves, because you have thousands of nerve endings in the roof of your mouth, okay? The tongue gently resting there is the awareness, all right? Breathe in through your nose. The more your lips are open, the louder the sound. The less your lips are open, smaller the sound. And that's fine. It doesn't matter about the sound. Again, it's the vibration and just the act of the humming. There is no right or wrong way to do this, but you do that for a minute, 1 minute only, 60 seconds. And I promise you, you will feel so much better. You will feel calmer. It will bring you to a level set point. Okay. So again, tongue on the roof of the mouth, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and have that vibration or that hum going when you breathe out. Okay. So, um, that is our exercise for today. And as promised, I want to leave you with a prompt, but I'm going to read from the book of my angelic light work because that's so wild that the same card came out. And I absolutely love that. So, First prompt: have you ever had the gift of too many options or one too many wonderful ideas? I want you to write down at least, and I know we all have it, at least 10 wonderful ideas or beautiful options that you've had, beautiful thoughts that you've had that you have not executed because whatever, insert limiting belief here, right? Because you don't have the time, the money, the energy, the experience, whatever, okay? I want you to write down 10 good ideas or wonderful options that you've had that you did not execute for whatever reason, okay? Perhaps you need clear guidance about the meaning and purpose of your life because you sense you have strayed into a way of living that does not honor your heart. Archangel Michael strengthens your recognition of your authentic life path and higher purpose by reconnecting you to your heart wisdom, clearing fear, and encouraging you to explore and be who you are. Absolutely. I asked for Archangel Michael and Zadkiel to be here, and I'm so grateful that he presented in this card, and I was led to read from this. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Now, I do want to say this as well. If you're living a lifestyle that is not authentic to you, you obviously are not experiencing pure joy and bliss in your heart. Sometimes it can be difficult to remember who you authentically are when you have been playing a role for so long. Your next prompt that I want you to do, the next thing after you list those ideas, the next things I want you to do is really drop into your heart space, tap in, and search what are some things that you're doing in your life that are not bringing you joy right now. Okay? 10 things, at least 10. We all have, I know I still have some things that I want to work on releasing and letting go to allow my lifestyle to be more conducive to who I believe I am. Okay. So we're writing down 10 ideas, 10 big ideas, wonderful options that we have thought of that we have not executed, and then at least 10 things that you are doing right now in your life that are not bringing you joy, that are not part of your purpose, that you don't like. So it could be you worry too much, you people please, um, you became a doctor for people instead of a veterinarian for animals, right? Whatever. It can be whatever. Okay. Only you know. That's why you have to drop into your heart space. Now, what Archangel Michael wants you to do is place your right hand on your heart. That's my left. Place your right hand on your heart, thinking about gratitude. So after you've written these things out, you want to drop into a space of gratitude, happiness, and love of your life. Take a couple deep breaths and just think about all the wonderful things that you have. And then you want to chant this. Support your process of recalibration by saying, a sacred circle of divine protection now forms around me in divine indigo light. A sacred circle of divine protection now forms around me in divine indigo light. Archangel Michael, with his blue flame, will most definitely come through and assist you on your journey of protection and guidance, with protection and guidance. Okay, so that is that. That's what I wanted to share with you all for today. Tomorrow we'll do a little bit more exercises, right? Just to kind of help you regulate. I'm going to work on chakras tomorrow, but today it was just kind of diving into your own mind. You're diving into your own awareness, opening up that heart chakra space and allowing you to feel more full, more light, but still more full. Okay. Practice that exercise of recalibration. Literally, you can do it anywhere. Tongue, roof of the mouth, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, but have that humming vibration in the throat. That's setting the signal through your body that everything's okay. We are here. Let's just recalibrate. And if you can, here's a bonus, if you can do that exercise while you're barefoot in the sand, in the grass, in the water, or hugging a tree, psh, a thousandfold. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and close out with my singing bowl, dismiss our collective teams, and then I'll let you all go. Thank you to all benevolent, energetic beings that stepped forward at this time and accompanied us, assisted us, protected us, guided us, and allowed us to see the truth that we all needed to realize in our own individuality. We're so grateful for your presence, but we now give you license to return back to the spaces from which you came. Do not linger, but be sure to be present again quickly the next time that we call upon you. Thank you. So it is, and so it shall be. This portal is now closed. All right. Thank you all so much. I'm grateful for all of you that came here. Hit the like button. Thank you so much. Again, comments are turned off, too distracting. But if you need me, email me info@ascendinginfinitegoddess.com or ascendinginfinitegoddess@gmail. And always feel free to drop by my website, Ascending Infinite Goddess. Until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.